Hey everyone, not long ago Stalker 2 was released, and I decided to check out what our reviews like. And I was surprised, considering all the controversy that was going on behind the development of the game. So today I will tell you why Stalker 2 is a scam. For I am Cringelord, and this video is about Stalker 2. So let's start with the development of the game. Originally, the game was planned to be released back in 2012, but no one was surprised that it was cancelled. Later, development restarted in 2018 with an intention to release game in 2022. When 2022 came out, release was delayed to December. Then it was delayed again until further notice. Then it was announced to be released in April of 2024, and yet again it was delayed. During last years, developers experienced leaks saying that game is a mess and is far from being a complete game. So they went all out to ban people who even try to discuss leaks. I won't be mentioning political part behind the development of the game. That's for you to figure out. So the game started to be associated with political agenda and broken promises, and no one knew if it will be released at all. Until it finally came out a week ago, and there was 150 GB update patch before the release day, urgently fixing the state of the game. So now let's get to the game. I will start with the best part, and its atmosphere and locations design. You are traversing wastelands, seeing disaster that was brought upon this land. And the world design helps a lot to recreate the atmosphere of post-apocalyptic world. Good amount and variety of anomalies help to intensify the way you experience game world. It feels pleasant. Some views are even out of this world. There is a decent amount of locations that are more or less unique. And the more you travel, the more story you complete, the more you feel that you deep dive into danger. What can I say? The views are beautiful, and developers did a good job designing locations and the world. But there is something that destroys your aesthetic experience, and that's the technical state of the game, which is Stalker 2 Demise. The amount of glitches, bugs, shitty enemy AI, completely empty world, lifeless NPCs, nullify beauty of the game world. Shadows and the lights are insanely bugged and flicker from time to time, and due to that, some of the locations are complete disaster. Textures constantly load and unload while you're out in the open. Doors bug out from time to time. Enemies don't give a fuck about you. Or run around and still don't give a fuck about you. Devs promised a Life 2 system, which is of course isn't released. And all NPCs do is just sitting or standing, and they won't even tell you anything. This game has way too many bugs, and at some point it even made me consider quit playing it. Oh, you shitty game, not again! Ah, restarting it is. Let's discuss gameplay next. Actually, there is nothing to talk about, since mostly your gameplay consists of running, running, and running. Well, sometimes you should loot stuff or search for artifacts or talk to NPCs, but you do it not that often. And the problem also lies in inability to fast travel locations. Locations are tremendous, and it takes insane amount of time to travel from point A to point B. And while you do that, you travel through empty locations. Like after 15 hours of gameplay, I had like 5 or 6 enemy encounters in the wild, and there are no random events. No at all. When you return to the same location, same enemies spawn, so there is no even variety in pre-made events. Shooting is actually pretty good in this game, but you don't need it most of the time. You can easily outrun most enemies, boosting yourself with energy drinks or using medkits like a madman. Behind shooting lies the problem of resources, and you always lack the most important resource, and it's ammo. Like, you get so few and spend so much. And that's the only thing you need to buy from merchants. You don't need guns or upgrades. Ammo. only ammo. And for fighting mutants, you need hell ton of ammo. They're so bulky and irritating. And the worst thing is that you get nothing out of killing them. On the contrary, there are humanoid enemies, and you can one-shot them and be done with it. And unlike in previous Stalkers, you don't need to care what gun you have. You just use whatever you find, it gets broken, you throw it away, get a new one, and just repeat it again. And the cream of the crop, artifacts. That's simple. You don't need them. Like seriously, you can play without them and you'll be okay. Devs also made a big step and implemented stealth into the game, which is pretty good, but you don't have much opportunities for it. And the last, but important, story. Well, Stalker never had great plot built around the game, so this game is the same. But overall, it's kind of messy. You just get to the zone because Artifact destroyed your Soviet flag, and you want someone to pay for it. And that's it. And because of it, you somehow get yourself involved into shenanigans of different groups, and get so devoted that it makes you question MC's motivation to be in the zone in the first place. Why can't you just get some artifacts, sell them, get out with money, buy yourself a better house? Who knows? But overall, it's okay. Nothing special though. So, the game price is 60 bucks, which is a lot, and I will be judging game based on that. But it's a price of Elden Ring. Is Stalker even any close to such game? Comparing these games feels fucking offensive. And what do you get for such price? You literally get walking simulator with elements of shooter. Is this game a complete disaster? No, not really. Well, maybe except on technical part. I haven't experienced any FPS drops, but my setup is quite high-end, so it's not surprising. And at the same time, game presets graphics on high, which is surprising. The worst part is that game doesn't provide you with new experience, and just tries to play on nostalgia strings of fan base. There are no new monsters, almost no new mechanics, even graphics are not up to date. You can play this game and even finish it. Maybe you will even enjoy it if you are a fan, but currently this game is still at a better level, especially considering the poor technical state of the game. So, should you buy it? No, fucking no. For 60 bucks, you get hell of a mess, and it definitely shouldn't cost this much. For this much money, this game is a scam. Well, if you're a privateer of internet waters, then it's easier for you. So, have you played this game? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section.